ever imagine a country could end up bombing its own cities during a war? What happens when a nation's defenses become more dangerous than the enemy itself? Do you know what's really unfolding right now behind the front lines of this war? If you watch this full video, you'll understand why this single night has shaken Russia more than many battlefield defeats. Stay to the end, because what happened in the dark, foggy hours by the Black Sea reveals a truth Moscow does not want the world to see. Okay, stay with me here, because what I'm about to tell you may sound unbelievable at first. This war has produced countless shocking moments that defy logic, morality, and sometimes even basic military sense. But this story is different. This story crosses a line into something almost unthinkable. Russia attacked itself, not strategically, not by accident in some abstract way, but literally. Russian missiles fired by Russian air defense systems slammed into Russian apartment buildings while Russian civilians slept in their beds, and the cameras were rolling. At 3:36 a.m. in the Black Sea port city of Novorossiysk, the night exploded into chaos. Now, let me explain why this city matters, because without this context, you won't understand how serious this is. Novorossiysk is not a small coastal town. It is Russia's second largest oil export hub. Roughly 20% of Russia's maritime oil exports pass through this port. It also hosts the main base of what remains of the Russian Black Sea Fleet. So ask yourself, why would this city be under fire? Moments earlier, Ukrainian drones were approaching from the northwest, dozens of them flying low, dangerously low, skimming the terrain, staying beneath radar coverage. And then there was the weather. Thick, heavy Black Sea fog, the kind that crushes visibility to near zero. Russian air defense operators were watching their screens. Blips, shadows, movement. Something was coming. Actually, many somethings. At 3:26 a.m., air raid alarms ripped through the city. Pantsir air defense systems powered up. Mobile interceptor units rotated toward the bay. Officers shouted into radios. But here's the problem, and this is where everything starts to go wrong. You cannot shoot what you cannot see. Radar signatures appeared, but visual confirmation was impossible. The drones were too small, the fog too thick, and under pressure, operators were forced to make life or death decisions based on incomplete information. So ask yourself, what would you do if your screen told you something was there, but your eyes couldn't confirm it? At 3:36 a.m., the Pantsir systems opened fire. Missiles screamed into the fog, one after another, launch commands pouring in. Launch, launch, launch. And then, at 3:37 a.m., something happened that Russian state media would spend the next 48 hours trying to avoid. Local residents captured video on their phones. Footage later verified by multiple sources, shared across social media before anyone could erase it. The videos show surface-to-air missiles arcing upward, then curving down and slamming directly into residential apartment buildings. Let that sink in for a moment. These were not military bases, not oil terminals, not radar stations. These were homes. Families sleeping, lights off, curtains drawn, and suddenly explosions ripping through upper floors. Can you imagine waking up to that? Now, you might be thinking this has to be propaganda, but here's where the story becomes undeniable. The governor of Krasnodar Krai, the region where Novorossiysk is located, confirmed the attack just hours later on Telegram. He admitted 6 people were injured, at least 20 homes damaged. He called it one of the longest and most massive attacks of the war. But notice what he did not say. He did not explain why Russian missiles hit Russian buildings. He did not mention the Pantsir systems. He did not address the videos already flooding the internet. The footage spoke for itself. According to a source from the Ukrainian Security Service, the SBU, who later spoke to Business Insider, Russian air defenses in Novorossiysk struck civilian infrastructure during the attack. The source explicitly referenced Pantsir-launched missiles impacting residential buildings. And here's the most disturbing part. This wasn't unusual. Reports throughout this war show Russia has accidentally bombed its own territory dozens of times. Dozens. Think about that. One of the world's largest militaries repeatedly striking itself, not because of clever enemy tricks, but because of system failures, panic, and collapsing command structures. But that night in Novorossiysk wasn't just about friendly fire, because while Russia was accidentally hitting its own apartments, Ukraine was executing a coordinated operation. According to Ukrainian military sources, this attack involved intelligence services, special operations units, and unmanned systems forces, all working together. And the targets tell the whole story. They struck the oil terminal, including facilities moving hundreds of thousands of barrels per day. They hit oil tankers at berth. They targeted crude transfer infrastructure, the systems that actually load oil onto ships, because oil that can't move makes no money. They also struck Russian air defense positions, the very systems meant to protect these assets. And according to preliminary assessments, they even hit a Russian landing ship near the naval base, a vessel used to transport troops and equipment, all in one night. Meanwhile, Russian defenses were so overwhelmed, so blind, that they turned their weapons inward. The independent Russian outlet Astra reported that one Ukrainian drone struck a location just 700 meters from a high-rise apartment building right beside a military installation. 700 meters! Ukraine is placing drones that close to Russia's most advanced defense systems, and Russia cannot stop them. So here's the real issue Moscow doesn't want to admit. Russia no longer protects its own cities, not from Ukrainian drones, not from Ukrainian missiles, and now not even from its own defenses. The Pantsir system was designed for this exact scenario: low-flying drones, cruise missiles, short-range threats. And it didn't just fail, it failed so badly that it became a threat to Russian civilians. At the same time, Ukraine struck the very air defense systems trying to stop them, hitting batteries while they were active, while they were firing. This is what happens when a military is stretched thin, when operators are undertrained, when command chains crack under pressure, and it keeps happening. That same night, Russia launched a massive retaliatory strike on Ukraine, 460 drones and 22 missiles. Ukraine shot down most of them. And Russia's targets? Apartment buildings, power stations, residential neighborhoods. In Kiev, 7 people killed. In Zaporizhia, dozens of buildings damaged. In Chernihiv, a woman killed. In Kherson, a 1-year-old boy injured. Ukraine hits oil terminals. Russia hits kindergartens. And now Russia hits itself. That's not opinion, that's reality. An SBU source summarized Ukraine's strategy in one sentence: systematically reducing Russia's petrodollar revenue and weakening air defenses. Methodical, planned, relentless. And when Russian air defenses panic and strike Russian homes, that's psychological warfare Moscow inflicts on itself. Imagine being a family in Novorossiysk tonight. You already know Ukrainian drones can reach you. You already hear explosions in the dark. And now you know something worse. When the sirens sound, your own military might hit your building. How do you trust a government after that? Ukraine's drones are evolving, growing smarter, harder to intercept, and every night Russian operators face an impossible choice: fire blind or let the strike through. Either way, something breaks. And that fog over the Black Sea revealed something Russia can't hide anymore. Its defenses are no longer defended. If this video helped you understand what's really happening, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. These videos take serious research, and they're made to keep you informed. Stay safe, and we'll be watching this very closely.